If you are a black woman in the US, you are much more likely to have a preemie baby than any other demographic. I find it interesting commentary, though, that when I look up pictures of preemie babies, the vast majority of them are white, and that it also holds true with preemie survivor stories. And that disconnect stopped me in my tracks because statistically, it doesn't really line up with reality. Across the US, black women are almost twice as likely to give birth prematurely compared to white women. And this isn't a new finding, it's been replicated for decades, even when researchers control for things like education, income, and access to healthcare. And here's the part that makes people really uncomfortable, though. Money doesn't fix it. Wealthy black women still have higher rates of preterm birth than low income white women. So this isn't just about poverty, insurance, or making better choices. When researchers zoom out and look globally, the pattern still holds. Marginalized racial groups and people born into socioeconomic disadvantage, whether they're in the US, the UK, Africa, or elsewhere, they all experience higher rates of preterm birth. And so, why is this, though? The strongest evidence that I could find points to chronic stress, not like short-term stress, but lifelong exposure to discrimination, instability, and systemic pressures, the kind of stress that changes the body over time. It affects inflammation, hormones, immune function, all things that matter during pregnancy. And this is sometimes called the weathering effect, the idea that your body ages faster when you're under constant stress. Add to that differences in medical care quality because you're in a marginalized group, environmental exposures, higher rates of chronic conditions, and the risk just continues to compound. So when I see most public imagery of preterm babies and preterm born adults being white, I don't think it's accidental. I think that it reflects those stories that get centered, whose suffering is visible to us and whose is quietly normalized. Honestly, if we really want to reduce preterm birth, science is clear. We don't just need better NICUs. We need less inequality before pregnancy ever even begins.